welcome everybody to the International VR League Summer Showdown, first match of the season. I am your host, Trip, and I am joined by an old friend, caster from the days of yore, Thunder Pilot. How you doing tonight?
Doing well. Very excited to get this all going.
I am as well. Unfortunately, that intro video didn't play correctly, so I'm going to replay it because it's sick, and I want y'all to see it. And then we'll get into the game. Oh, it breaks. Why does it break like that? Okay, well, technical difficulties. It happens. I don't know why, but it does. That worked like 2 minutes ago when I tested this. Anyways, we are going to watch Notorious versus Blaze on the first match of the Summer Showdown, and I am super excited. The format has changed. As you can see, we're going to play Cargo, and we're going to play Abandoned. 2 maps. Nobody gets bans. Preset selection. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What are your thoughts on the new format, Thunder?
I think it'll be interesting to see the change. You know what I mean? We're really used to the best of 3. And I think that doing it this way with a little bit more rounds can really let you play the map more and more objectives, more chances for comebacks, that sort of thing. So I think that it's definitely exciting to see how teams will adjust to that.
I'm being told that there's no sound, and I don't know if that's just on the intro or not. But I am currently seeing audio being passed. Let us know. Otherwise, you're just going to get a silent film. But we're going to go right into map number 1.
Let's fuck some shit up. Sniper. Flash. I'm good.
And we all know Cargo, but it has changed in the most recent update, right? They moved the blue container. They cut off the pipes access.
If I drop it, you can't get hold of me, get no.
Yeah, which is, you know, it's going to keep people fresh, going to make some adjustments, see how people deal with it. Even small changes can make a big difference.
We are seeing some flashes come out quickly. One point of rule changes. There's no longer a delay on the timer. General Chiggins gets kitten mittens. That's a weird phrase to say.
Wow, a lot of suppression fire going on. I see Wicca has taken up a pretty far forward position in the center. Let's see if it pays off for him.
You know, honestly, I thought that we would see a lot more early utility with the lack of a timer, but
one confirmed. Anybody?
the especially on this map, this was the map I was thinking of. That would be the biggest problem. But you know, if everyone throws flashes at the beginning, then everyone just sits around blind for 10 seconds, and then they all are out of utility. So it's not really beneficial to throw them early.
No, not unless you're planning on making some really fast plays. I think that, you know, you want to save them for the moment where your whole team is going to strike.
Zero and Sniper both getting very aggressive on their defense. Sniper getting ready to come out the tunnel, and he comes out, gets one.
Ooh.
Keeps pushing into the center. They're looking for the kill. He's going for the red. He got the double tap.
That double tap.
He is super exposed. No one has seen him yet, but there he goes. General Chiggins cleans him up. They go backwards.
That was a risky move, and it did not pay off, but, you know, you got to try sometimes.
It's a 1-to-1, not too bad, but Blaze is down 2 now.
4 minutes, 20.
Zero's position probably going to pay off. It's a very common position, but having Pre on the other side there makes it really hard to choose one or the other.
Yeah, I think Prefontaine's got their attention, and we might be able to bait them out for Zero to get some. Ooh, he goes down. Zero is very vulnerable now.
Got a double.
But we haven't seen him yet, so.
The objective is open. Ghost is Lou is coming out of the tunnel. Zero's watching that now, and he sees him. Now his position is exposed, and he goes down to Wicca.
Yeah, you know, Prefontaine and Zero had a good, like, dual position, but once one goes down, it's a really vulnerable spot after that. Looks like he might get there. Huh. Surprised they're not going for a cap. Anyway, there you go.
It's also worth mentioning we are playing on the live build, and I'm not 100% sure because there's no way to tell in the lobby as far as I know, but we are playing a best of 9. I don't know if they set that up correctly. And Doesn't say on the caster screen either. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
I'm hoping so. Because that is a big change in the rules. The best of 9 format gives less weight to a potential swing on a cap and then a defense. You're already 3/4 of the way to a win. This way you get to play longer, you get more objectives. So you get less volatility in objectives, I think.
Yep.
You know, it's a better solution all around.
And I mean, I guess that is to a lesser degree on this map because there's already limited objectives, but for some maps, I think it'll make a pretty big difference. All right, next round starting.
Yeah, here we go into round number 2.
Let's see how Blaze answers that round back. Smoke's thrown down the center. I just hope they take advantage of them because, you know, they're throwing them pretty far, and if they don't move up there, it's just kind of a waste. And then you see some of them landed on the roof over there even. That is unfortunate. Now comes suppression fire. Prefontaine gets goes.
Prefontaine gets 2.
Yeah, Prefontaine.
I think this is a cap attempt here. They've got smokes on objective. They got flashes out on objective.
Yeah, I mean,
No
Kara's
one's
still there to
watching it.
call out, so at least they'll know. But man, you get it quick. And then Prefontaine goes down. Slider con on objective goes down.
The callouts did come out. The rotations did come out as well. Hitting mittens and wait, where's the other one? Sniper since '93 still alive. Sniper sees TX Mad Matt. And potentially Wicca Wicca there, but the res comes
the
out.
revive.
Yeah, it's
I mean, the callouts were crucial, and then they got the revive. I just wish that maybe the other two had gone up a little bit faster with their teammates. They could have used the support.
There was double taps on all the bodies there, then a trade. Now it's all up to Sniper since '93, tucked into this red container in the dark. He's just waiting for his move. He has plenty of time. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, and Cargo's one of those maps where you can actually do like a 1v4, 1v5 if you do it correctly and you make the proper rotations, but it's still difficult.
Yeah, you definitely have to make the decision that the active choice to rotate every time you shoot. You can't wait
can't
for
stay
a
in one
kill.
place.
You can't,
Yep.
yeah. If you wait for them, you burn time that you don't have. You need to be moving every time. And
Yeah.
Wicca
Well, what
Wicca's
I
coming
think-
out.
What I think he's doing is he's waiting for them to rotate to get, you know, brave, get aggressive, and see if he can pick those people off and then go down to the center, which makes sense. It works because sometimes on Volk you get pretty antsy and you're like, well, it's just one left, so let's see, you know, but you can make mistakes when that happens. Ooh, see, just like that. So instead of 4, now it's just 3, which again, every kill counts when you're the last one alive.
Wicca Wicca pans right over top of him. I think they're getting a little bit more cautious after their guy died. They did have a good advantage. Fine to send out a flanker
Yep.
if you're at a 4-1, but when you start losing people, you got to hold on to those people. You got to keep them alive.
Yeah, it's definitely an option, but I think when you got, see, he gets another one, and this is why you have to be real careful about when it's just one up, and you think you feel safe. You know, you could start getting picked off one by one. Now it's a 2v1, much more doable for this guy than it was before. 2 kills that maybe he didn't need to get if they had been a little tighter.
Yeah, I don't really think there's a reason to peek the outside of the tunnel on defense here.
Not at all.
It's
yeah.
just, like there's so much ground to cover.
Remember, you're Volk, so they have to come to you. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so I think that they're not taking advantage of that. They could have had a 4-man around the objective and waited for him to come, and that would have been very hard for him to complete. But he's just kind of being patient, waiting for them to make mistakes, and they're kind of playing into his hand.
He has burned 2 minutes sitting in the same position. He hasn't moved.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think that the utility of this position has ended.
Does he have... Okay, he's standing up. Is he on the move? Does he have any utility left on him? He has 1 flash, and he's getting ready to throw it. Not
I
going to
don't know
catch
why you would
anybody.
throw that, though, like from there, because you really need to throw those where you have the timing to get to where you threw it so you can, you know, take those people out or at least make a distraction. He's still kind of badgering in there and staying in the same... Oh, now he's moving. Let's see what he does.
Going for the tunnel.
It's definitely a safe approach when you're at this stage of the game because it can get you to the other side of the map. But once you're there, you know, because they're going to be looking at it.
Yeah, and he might have came down that tunnel a little too loud. Not sure if Chiggins heard him. Chiggins checks it, doesn't check
Oh,
it,
man.
gets taken out on a
Now
cross.
it's a 1v1. This is interesting.
A solid clutch. Sniper
Patience
runs
might
back.
pay off. Oh, wow. Just barely dodged that. He's still got time to close this. If he can make it out of the other side of the tunnel, go towards the center, I think he can get this done.
TX Matt has not a great defensive hold on this objective. And
Yeah.
Sniper, he's going for the hunt, and Sniper's on
Oh,
objective.
man. Dude, is he gonna cap?
He's reading tablet. Oh, TX Matt's coming around the corner. He hears the footsteps, and the trade comes out. And
So
Notorious
close.
take it.
Man, Sniper was very close to doing a 1v4 on that. I actually have to give him credit for his patience. The timing was tight. He got 3 out of 4. That's a tough thing to come back from.
Shout out to everyone in chat. Thanks for coming out on the first night. I know it was a short notice cast, but we wanted to make sure that that first match got displayed in all of its glory. And I cannot wait to watch some Abandon.
Oh, definitely. I think the rework is very interesting, and I think a lot of people are excited to see what kind of strategies work on that map. Now, if you're Blaze, I'm sure you're thinking like, okay, maybe we have to do some readjustments. I think that they're pretty mentally tough, so they're not going to be crumbling or tilting from this, but they are going to probably make some adjustments.
Back into it on round number 3. That's the one thing I am currently missing. I don't have round counters to keep track for me. Makes it real difficult. I gotta do math on the fly.
773, 773, 37754, 773, 7754.
Now I wonder if the teams are remembering that it's a best of 9, because even if you set it up right and then you're like, okay, well we got 2 points, we go for a cap, we get the win, and then you cap and you're like, oh no, wait, there's more. Wicca gets Slider in the front there, right in the center. Prefontaine now taking up the same position.
Yeah, gets the double tap. Oh, Zero gets Texas Mad Matt.
One down.
Notorious has 1 down and 1 dead. So it's a 3v3 unless they can get that revive.
This objective is much easier to defend, I think, but it does look like there was a drop on the Blaze side. Llewellyn,
It
nope,
does look
not
that way,
Llewellyn.
yeah.
Free? Free is gone.
Yeah.
General Chiggins
That's unfortunate.
should be able to get that res.
Ooh. Zero goes down. Yeah, Zero needed some support out there, and I think that's usually what Prefontaine would be doing, so it's an unfortunate drop.
Another, oh, not a trade, a refrag.
Like an immediate refrag.
The res does come out. Notorious up 3-1. Kitten Mittens all alone. Definitely doesn't want to get capped on.
Nope. Kitman's a tough player, though. I think he's if you got a guy on the last one up on this, I think he's one of the ones that you would want for sure. Very mentally tough that guy is. I have never seen him, you know, tilt or get scared. So I think he's just getting hyper focused and gonna try and hold this here. So it's not a 3-0. It's interesting because Notorious they kind of slowed down a little bit. Definitely have time. I think they're waiting for any aggressive movements or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that you're waiting for, especially on this one. When you're 1 up, you have to keep rotating. So they're just going to try and eke into those angles where you have to cross, you know, to check it and just get an easy pick.
Yeah, that's smart. I mean, they have plenty of time, so might as well take a minute or so to see if they can get that last one without much work.
They are very, very far back, though. I mean,
that's the thing. They are no eyes on objective. I mean, maybe they're expecting them to be more aggressive. Maybe they don't have a proper kill count. It's hard to say. Because there was some pretty fast action. Maybe all the kills weren't called out, and they think there's more than 1 up. Because I think you and I both know, like, hey, if we know that there's one left up on Volk in this situation, you can definitely take the center without any risk.
Yeah, and I mean, if you've got 3, you can also do it with a 2-man team and just get the refrag. I'd be pushing this rather aggressively with 2 in front and 1 in the rear.
Yeah, because you know he's gonna, like he's doing, you know he's gonna be rotating, and so you're gonna see where he is at some point, maybe even get the chance to kill him. But yeah, you're pretty safe to move to the center and get eyes on the area at least. So I'm thinking they don't know that there's only one up. But they're slowly taking the center.
Lou's coming out of the tunnel. He's moving up slowly. He's going to get the timing right and beat Kitten's rotation.
Yeah, he might get straight into the objective area before Kitten even sees him.
Here it comes
Just
around the
based on
corner.
the timing.
Oh, is he going to go for the cap? No, he's going to go for the kill.
Ooh. And that is a 3-0.
To scoreboard. Rotation.
It's a tough thing to
he
do
might get
by
straight
yourself,
into the
Kitten.
objective area before
Kitten even sees
Especially
him.
when you sit
comes
for
around
4
the corner
minutes
timing.
doing
Oh,
it,
he's gonna go for the
running
cap.
back and forth. You
He's
get
gonna
more
go for the
nervous
kill.
every time you make that cross. You're like, is
That
this
is
the
a-
time that someone's around this corner?
Yep. It's all about timing, and you're just like, well, I can't let them cap. Like, that's the only thing on your mind at that point. Your life is sort of up in the air as far as that, but you can't let them cap.
Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I don't know why. It's just so good. I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Notorious have definitely established themselves on this map as a force, so let's see what Blaze does to adjust. They still have time. You know, with this format, they still definitely have time to bring it back.
I do like new feature from the recent update, or I'm going to call it a feature. It might be a bug, but the timer now stops when the round ends, so I can see how much time was left, which is great, especially when we
that
get
is
into
cool.
those like clutch moments and it's like there was 3 seconds left when this happened. Like, it's going to be so cool.
Yeah, and those are quite common. 6 minutes can go by pretty fast, especially on certain maps. All right, we're going into the next round.
We're good.
Looks like Naoko has been subbed in for Prefontaine. Maybe Prefontaine has
Someone else cross right.
I'll let them know if they cross your
Well,
wire.
that's going to be a shock to the system, I think, for Notorious. When Naoko headshots him with the...
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
need,
Naoko's a seriously
push
good
it.
player.
He's not running the pistol, so he's even more deadly. No self-handicap here.
Okay, Sniper is already towards the front of the tunnel, putting pressure on them. Zero is up with him on the side.
Those smokes are in such good placements, but that nade... Oh, Zero gets away. Not timed correctly, and Lou can't see that door.
Oh, man.
Lou's going to get Zero. Nope. It's so tight. Those smokes are perfect. They block both sides.
One.
There it is. Zero comes out, misses the shots.
Oh,
Wicca Wicca gets a
rough.
double.
Two down.
Man, Wicca Wicca held that
Rotation.
position very well, even with 2 people on
He's
him.
going to get Zero. Nope. It's
He's
so
definitely
tight.
in.
Those smokes are perfect. They block
Wicca
both
Wicca
sides.
better players this map.
Taking down 3. As Zero comes out, misses the shots.
That's worth it.
Wicca
3-1.
Wicca gets a
Rough.
double.
And Blaze is down to 1 again.
Slider Con, last man standing. Newest pickup for Blaze coming up from Ember. And now he's worried about an aggressive rotation as well.
As he should be, especially considering the kill count and, man, all this suppression. It's probably making him a little bit nervous.
I just wonder if they're going to shoot for the next 4 minutes straight.
they could. They very well could.
I think Slider's doing the right thing here. He's definitely going to spend a little bit of time waiting for those rotations. I don't think... I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Slider has the concept in his head. He knows he can't wait that long, but there's like a little bit of give that you need to see if they're going to
Yeah.
come at you.
It's like a reset period. You want to make sure that they don't exactly know where you are anymore, and maybe they'll make some moves that they think could work, and you could capitalize on that. But yeah, he can't stay there too long. But this objective's a lot harder to do a 1v3, than the other one. So see what he can get done.
Well, we saw a 1v4 a couple rounds ago.
Yeah, but I feel like that objective, you know, on the other side of the map is a little bit more open to that sort of thing. This one, if you really dig in as Volk, it's tough. And it seems like that's what they're doing. I don't think they're going to make the same mistake that they made last time where they were having these aggressive rotations trying to get the last guy. That's interesting.
Yeah, they've got some pretty decent coverage. I would like General Chiggins to move up to the red container where that dead body is. I feel like then he would have a much better line, crossing fire with Aelin? Is that how you say that? Aelin Kara?
Yeah, agreed. You really want to back that guy up in Yellow Room because if he doesn't have the proper support, he can get rushed.
Yeah, I mean,
that is if they know
what?
he's there anyway.
Max's name, I cannot pronounce his name. I want to say Max every time. I don't know why. I'm going to force him to change his name. That's invoke that mod power.
I know what you mean.
Can't pronounce your name.
Mad Matt.
Mad Matt. Why? Why would you do that with an X in there? It's Mad Max, okay? That's what his name is. Like.
I know, you see the X and your brain's like, what? Okay. Well, Cytocon moves towards the center.
Potentially the hardest path to get to the objective. I mean,
that is true because multiple angles on you. You know what I mean? And you really usually want to take up one of the sides, but maybe he's just getting utility on his way. Down to 2 minutes though.
Smoke out in the triangle, maybe trying to draw attention that way. Mad Matt is rotating to look that way. Gives him the opportunity to charge Aelin.
Yep. Definitely smart to put smokes where you want them to look, because either way, even if they think that's what you're doing, they're going to have to look there anyway. So always that off chance that that's where you're going. But he's got to take advantage. If he has more utility, he should start using it, because you want to stack that stuff. Ooh, so out in the open. It's gonna be a rough one. Like this path is. Look how many angles are on that. You know. Yellow Room can get him.
He's clear to kill Yellow Room if he looks that way, but
he's not though. Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, he's in the center.
He's gonna get zero.
Good defense to the Notorious. Look how many angles are on that, you know.
Notorious up. He's
Yellow Room can get
points. He's clear to kill Yellow Room if he looks that way, but
he's not at point for Notorious. Wow. And still a chance at a comeback, although it would be much harder at this point, you know, once you're at that last round for the opposing team.
Apologies for the replays having audio. That's gotta be super confusing. I will fix that. Can't do it till I play a replay, so we're just gonna play one now.
Look how many angles.
For the replays, there we go. More audio from the replay.
And if you were in this situation, what would you do? I mean, what would you tell your team? It's not an easy one to come back from when you're down 4-0.
I would say just be methodical. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
Just be noisy. Talk to
Definitely got to tighten up a little bit and just try and coordinate. You know, you can make moves on one side of the map, make them look there, and then try and poke in on the other side. But they're definitely going to have to really communicate and work together if they want to bring this back.
Well, I'm picking this right.
Nalco Blaze talking. They want to get more communications, which I think they need. They haven't been able to keep kill counts. They've just been dying. They need to communicate. Slider now getting very aggressive coming into building 1.
You hit him?
Sniper
It's definitely
taking
tempting. Sorry, go ahead.
Sniper's taking up his favorite position on offense or defense. He's just hanging out in that red container.
It definitely makes it work,
No,
but
no. He was thinking tunnel and he went
Wow.
back.
I don't know. I think they've taken some good positions. They didn't go too far forward. There's such a attempt to be like aggressive as Volk on this one, but I don't know that it really pays off a lot unless the other team is caught off guard. And most teams are looking for that early on. Like Volk pushes to the center.
Just a reminder, if you're bad at math, this is game point for Notorious.
Shitty smoke.
Utility coming out. Those are so high. Those are
Wow,
flashbangs.
those are
I don't know how
quite the arc.
distance-wise the flashbangs work. I know line of sight, but I don't know how far they work distance-wise.
I don't either, but they feel a little bit high for me. I mean, if I remember correctly, maybe it's different now, but that's and I just don't know I guess the utility of throwing them at this point when you don't really know where anyone is. You're kind of, I guess, guessing at this point where you think they are. But if you're not in a position to kill anyone after you flash them, what's the like benefit of doing it?
Yeah, but on the other hand, then you do the beefy strat where you just throw a flash and assume that you blinded whoever is there and you run out and get killed. I mean,
Yeah, that is true.
I think it's just to slow them down. And if you do it right
makes
as
sense.
defense, because, I mean, why do you need a flash on defense? That's really not, I'd rather have a frag.
Me too. Yeah.
But so you could just like slowly lob flashes into the middle of the map and just try and keep them slowed
Yeah.
down.
Maybe like you're faking like you're going to be aggressive with those flashes, so they're a little bit more hesitant, eating up the clock. Oh. Wicca Wicca goes down, Zero goes down, and Sniper goes down.
Wicca Wicca getting Zero in that yellow room is a great pick. He is just down,
Yep.
so he can make callouts, but I don't know how much he's going to be able to call. And if Aelin can see the body, he might get the double tap here.
Yeah,
TX Matt
honestly,
heard
just
that.
neutralizing Yellow Room, though, is really nice.
Slider is rotating away now. Smart play there.
Yeah. Oh, man, Slider kind of gets shut down in the middle by General Chickens.
Notorious 2.5 up, 1.5 blaze up.
And they will likely get that revive. Looks like a safe one to me.
The smoke covering this res. A nice little flashbang there. Just off timing. General
And
Chickens
Zero
gets.
and Chicken goes down. Yeah. Man, they were really playing on the aggressive, and it was working well for them the whole map, as the scoreline shows.
Yeah, and I think I forgot to go to scoreboard between the last rounds, so let me make sure I have the scores right. It's 5 points to Notorious. Which means they take the first match.
Yeah, great work out of Notorious. I think they worked really well together. Their marksmanship was on point. Really impressed. But you can't ever count Blaze out. Blaze is a really good team, and they know, they don't tilt. They know how to come back from this sort of thing. So let's see what they bring to round 2. Or map 2.
Map 2 is going to be abandoned, and the rules are rehosts between maps now. That is to maintain, or not maintain. What's the opposite of maintain? Reduce? To reduce the host advantage? Want to make sure that both teams get a fair host. I don't know what the terminology I'm looking for is. It's good in theory. I just can't think of the theory right now. Okay? I don't know if everyone's been playing Abandon, but I did play it last night and I love it. I think it's very, very good. There are a few quicker spawns that can definitely catch you if you're not prepared for them. You know what? We're going to test out more of the deck real quick. We're going to go a quick intermission and we'll be right back.
the window. Oh, Nemesis takes down Cake on for the objective. Apollo gets Nemesis down to a Meek off objective. Oh man, this is dangerous. Nemesis down to a Meek off objective. Oh man, this is dangerous. And Pantheon take it. Apollo gets Nemesis down to a Meek off objective.
All right. First round on Abandoned.
First round on Abandoned, we're going with the apartments objective. Spawn in the far south for Blaze. I'm gonna see if they've got a little bit of early peaks here. Kitten Mittens does see one. He takes down Ghost of Blue.
Fantastic shot. Look at that oversight. He's got a lot of good view.
Yeah, you definitely have to be careful what rotations you're making, where you can be seen from. This map is going to take some time to learn, which is why I'm kind of surprised that teams were opting to play this early in the week. I figured they'd want a little bit of practice, but
Same. But good for us. I mean, it's exciting.
Mad Matt is watching the tunnel, the rocks. I don't know. Callouts are getting made up on the fly, people. We've got the three-story Captain Timo. We did have a roster change on the Notorious side. Forgot to bring that up. Smoke and Captain Timo swapped in.
Oh man, Mad Matt's position is really good for finding Slider Con as he comes up that way. See how that goes. Pretty sneaky.
And a lot of these defensive positions are very off objective. I mean, they're they're all the way across the map. Like Captain Timo's position, he cannot get back to the objective. Zero is coming up into the building with him. Is he going to hear it?
Nice.
One
Very
down in
good
front of third
defense by
story. They
Timo.
might be coming near third
Well,
story.
I know. I think that if they can get Smoku on objective, then they could cap, and I think that's why they have him there. But he's a little bit out in the open, and he's rotating. Well, risky.
Zero still underneath Captain Timo
Yeah,
over
I have more
here.
movement third story. They're underneath me.
Yeah, they rotated off of objective. Now they don't have anyone on objective. I mean, they have people that can see it, but I still think you might be able to get up there and cap if you did things right, based on
Timo
the
is
fact that no one's
holding
there.
a flash. Zero comes up the stairs backwards. The flash goes out. Zero's blind. Timo misses his shots
Ooh.
though. He's looking for the kill. There's nowhere to go out that room. Zero can't rotate. Oh, there is. There's two doors.
Oh.
Ignore what I'm
Second
saying.
story, third story.
Now we're all still learning the map.
That doesn't go anywhere. Never mind. There is nowhere to go. It's just an outside balcony.
Looks like Zero is definitely looking to engage. I guess
He has
maybe.
to. He can't leave that room.
Yeah. He's got to make use of that smoke though.
Running through it, and he makes a nice rotation. Plays it smart and disengages. Now he's looking to
Goes
come up the
right
stairs.
around. Interesting.
Goes down.
Second story or third story.
Do you think he knew he was there? He had to have known.
He had
that,
to have known.
but
He got shot at.
Didn't seem like he had his gun up when he went up there. All right. So 3 to 4.
I don't know how far. I don't think you can cap from inside the building, like in the
Yeah.
doorway. I'd be shocked. There's a. Is that a drone or is that map sound?
What about behind those walls, like the brick walls over here? Do you think you could do it there?
I believe so. Proned out on either side,
Yeah.
you should be able to cap.
Now, it would be difficult to get there because they have a pretty good crossfire on it, but if they did, I don't think they'd be seen.
I think your best bet would actually be coming around, all the way around, and coming from the north.
Yep. If SliderCon could take out Mad Matt, he would have a shot at it, but that's going to be tough.
Mad Matt pulls off of the angle when Slider comes around the corner. Is he going to see him on the rotation
Interesting.
back? Oh, they just miss each other.
They're not seeing each other.
There it
That's
is.
Funny, man.
Oh, he knows he's there, but he's not going to take the shot. Good restraint from SliderCon.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't want to give away his position. Knows the shot's not really an easy one, so he's just kind of making note of where he is and being a little careful. 2 minutes left. And I think Kitten Mittens needs to move up a little bit. Such a spread out defense. You could really take advantage of that if you played it right.
Here comes Mad Max on a rotation. Is Slider going to hear him? He is. Gets the
Ooh,
shot.
nice shot, Slider. All right, that leaves an opening. I think that Volk's going to have to adjust to that and really worry about the cap. So this could put a wrench in their plans for sure.
I don't know if General Chiggins saw that cross from Slider there.
I don't think he did. And that
Smoke's,
smoke has got to make him nervous, right? I mean,
Smoke's position here. Check out camera one. Super hard to see. If he doesn't move,
yeah, it's true. I wonder if SliderCon has any more smokes.
he has one. He's got a red smoke on him.
Okay, that could help.
Smoke's not
Nice.
watching this way, though. He's got his gun pointed towards Kitten Mittens. If Kitten makes enough distraction, which is what I would do, I'd call for distraction right now. Smoke swings and sees him.
Ooh.
Kitten Mittens gets Timo, though, and he's going to come around the corner. General Chiggin's looking for the kill now.
Good try by Kitten Mittens. Slider had stayed alive, and they kind of played off each other, made some noise in the middle. I think that it could have worked out, but that was still a tough one either way.
The
So
thing I
open
like...
in some of these areas.
The thing I like about this map is that it's so big, you can work as a team or apart. And like distractions work so better because you lose track of people.
Oh yeah, and it's all about where people are looking. If you can make them look a certain way so that you have some openings on one side of the map, you can really get some work done.
That extra split second for someone to like look away and then you come up behind them and they have to register in their head that you're an enemy. It's especially on a map like this, a new map that probably people aren't familiar with. You're doing a whole lot more processing than you normally would. Because if you're not used to playing this, especially with your team, even if you know the map well and you haven't played it with your team, you don't have a concept in your head of, oh, so-and-so is here, so-and-so is here, I'm here, we're all watching these separate angles. You probably don't have call-outs. There's just so much more going into it. And honestly, I like it. I like watching teams work on the fly, like work out problems, but...
Definitely. Really show you where their tactics are, where their organization is. And I mean, like you said, the callouts might not be there. The established lines of sight that you're used to watching have not really been established yet. So it really leaves it much more open. It's not like some of the older maps where you're like, well, I know I need to guard this line of sight. Like there isn't anything like that yet. So
mirrored spawns. I'm not sure. This one might be one of the objectives that only has one, but it is mirrored spawns. So we're gonna hop over to the Marsoc side. I just forgot what the offense was called. And Timo's in a different Overwatch position, still watching the same angle. And is he gonna see the crosses from Kitmans? He does. He snapped his gun over there. Maybe he saw it, maybe he didn't. I'm not sure. But
hard to say.
Blaze putting 2 in the 3 stories, very far away from objective and a very weak defense.
That's risky. And then you see Naoko is pretty far back there as well behind objective. It looks like he's moving up a little bit though. I think that's smart.
The multiple people, now there's 3 over there. The multiple people over in that 3 story is good if you're there before the offense starts to cross those big gaps. But at this point, you've missed everybody. I mean,
yeah, the asymmetry might be bad. I think that's why Kit Mittens is kind of reworking towards the middle. You don't want 3 people over there. It's not, the utility of 2 is even questionable, but 3 is just...
I mean, Smoke could just walk up onto objective at this point. Kit Mittens is finally making his way back to center, but Naoko up top can't get back to objective. Slider out back wouldn't even hear it.
Yep.
Although they do have a line here. Camera 1, 0 is watching this cross, and I think that 203 hit the ground right in front of him, not exactly where he wanted that to go. 0's gonna see the cross. Now Kit Mittens is aware as well. But I don't know, if he keeps smoking it, he might be able to just make it. Like you said, behind that wall, he just needs to get a good smoke.
He's close.
Oh,
yeah,
is he gonna
get there?
Oh. He's got to make that cross.
Naoko's adjusting though. I think he's waiting for him. He has some idea of, I think he's been called out.
Take a look at the overhead though. You've got 2 pushing all the way on the north now around the west side of the map, and they're gonna come up from behind.
Yeah, they've completely bypassed those 2 in the 3 story over there.
Notorious, or sorry, Smoke sees, no, he's looking, he doesn't see it. He's just trying to return fire, but Sniper gets the kill. Naoko now coming to check the body, make sure it's dead. If Smoke had just waited a little bit for his north attack, I think that would have played out a little bit better.
Agreed. He didn't have enough support to be that aggressive on his own. He got their attention, but he didn't have any backup.
General Chiggins and Captain Timo going to be moving up behind the apartments. A nice frag there. Just missing Slider inside that pipe.
Now this 2-2 split, I think it could work as long as they get a kill or 2 soon and they keep moving up. But 3 minutes can go by really fast. Smoke's going out.
Sniper since 93 has that long sight line on this cross though. I wonder if he can hit these shots. That's a risky play. It does give you a lot of visibility, but you're so far away. And Naoko just
goes down.
pops out of a window.
Well, they gave away their position by throwing those smokes, and there's so much open space there. It's going to be hard to do anything with once Naoko and the rest of them are looking at you. Leaves Timo with not too many options.
I think Timo saw Slider make that rotation to behind the Escos there. But not a lot you can do, especially if you know you just got shot from one of the windows. You can't attack Slider's position without exposing your rear.
There's one behind.
I think the pressure is now on Ghost of Blue and Mad Matt, because they're really going to have to pick up some slack over here so that the other guy can move up.
Lou has eyes on Slider, just waiting for him to move out.
Because nobody is aware of these 2 that came all the way back around out, and SliderCon goes down. That will open things up for his teammate over there. Because Naoko is distracted, so I think Timo can actually move up.
Getting Mittens on a flank, but he did just fall off the map and give away his position. He took some fall damage there. 0.
Ooh.
getting Timo.
Zero flanked him. Man, good job.
Kitten-
And Notorious is getting picked apart over here.
Kitman's on the rotation, get the backside. And now Lou is looking for the flanker, but there's so much ground. I mean, we're in Lou's first person here, and just looking out across the map, there's so much space to cover.
Yeah, and they knew where he was, so he had limited options at that point.
Blaze taking their
Defense.
first point of the series.
I think that like all the way around rotation was really good by those two players. I think they just needed to be maybe a little bit faster so that they could come support the other players that SliderCon and Nalco were dealing with. Because if they could have come up at the same time, definitely could have made some moves. I mean, it was working, but then Zero shut it down with that flank.
Yeah, I don't know if they needed to be faster or if everyone else needed to be slower. I think that they needed to get into position before the approach to the objective. But like I said, it's so hard to tell, especially like, you know, the tablet only shows so far. So all you have is the general direction of a dot when they're outside of your area. So
That can get very hairy.
yeah, I mean, if they're north of you, they're north of, like, that's all you get on the map. So you need to get information from them about where they're at, and if you don't have good callouts, the callouts aren't even about calling out enemy positions. It's just about referencing parts of the map, letting your teammates know where you're at. If you can't articulate where you are, where you're looking, where you're going, then you have to draw it on the board, and you have to assume that the plan is going to work as drawn, which everyone knows never works.
Oh yeah, and that can get hairy if you think you know where your teammates are, but you really don't, and you have more of a general idea. You're going to make assumptions that kind of get you into trouble, especially on a map like this.
We are moving objectives, and this is one of my favorites because there is a quick spawn here, and if people don't know about it, they get absolutely shredded. We're going to take a look here, and the quick spawn is right over there, right behind those telephone poles on camera 1.
That's exciting. Let's see how this goes.
I think there's 3 or 4 spawns for this one. But like you said earlier, you know, if you're on top of this roof, then you can just see so much of the map. And the same goes for the offense. If they spawn in the middle, they can take the tank building, the apartments, the pipes, anything. They can take all of this. And then you're fighting for this like cross through a valley, which I think is really fun, and something that no other map really has is this. You need Overwatch and you need utility to even make a play. There's no running across an open field here. It's
Yeah, that Overwatch position is crucial, and you know, you saw Kitten Mittens make real good use of that in the first round.
Well, we got to figure that out.
Has a lot of power if
Put
you
my
use it
flashlight over
correctly.
here.
Alright.
Flashbang training.
Let's see what they do.
For quick spot.
Notorious are aware of the quick spawn. They're going to check it. Not quick spawn, though. Captain
bad.
Timo is on fire because he stood too close to the barrel, and he's going to die.
I'm on fire.
The barrels will set you on fire. Just an FYI for the folks at
It's
home.
good to know.
I think he was trying to put the flashlight on it. Is what he was doing. To guard the door, and his hand went over the fire. Oh my god!
Oh man.
Roger that.
Classic Onward.
Roger Dodger.
Now those long shots ringing out.
Yeah, clipped goes
He's
to
far
Lou, but
left
he
behind the
was able to
rocks.
heal and keep moving on. But they know where he went.
Far left behind the rocks. I do think that this is another map where you can make a lot of relational callouts instead of northeast southwest, because it's very linear from north to south. It's not very wide.
I would think that using suppression on this objective, especially with these spawns, would be something that could work really well. I would say 2 M249s, because you know, so much open space, so much potential for Overwatch. If you can put pressure on them to help your other guys move up, that might be the safest way to do it, because there's too much open space or just smokes or anything, and it's too far away for flashes. So
Mad Matt got really aggressive on his defensive position. He's waiting. Zero has actually bypassed him, and Now he sees the backside of Zero.
Oh, too bad. Would have been really good position for Zero to get in without them knowing, but got caught out.
And
Good
there's
position that Matt's in.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard to root him out because you have to come around behind him, which exposes you towards the objective.
Yep.
But Nalco tried. Nalco went down.
And he's got like adequate cover there too. You know, I mean, he's not very vulnerable, but he's in a really advantageous position. It's a good balance.
Slider now looking next up on the list.
Looks like he might bypass the center. He's trying to make a decision. Yep, looks like he's going left from there. I think an opening there. No one's directly looking that route, so.
There's a drone overhead on the west side of the map, checking for Matt's position. Wonder who's flying that.
Oh, it's Sniper.
Okay.
That's why I was wondering why he was so far back, and that answers my question.
Yeah, drone very valuable on this map. You can fly it around. You can get to know those positions, especially because they can be so tucked in.
Yeah, but you do not want to use too much time using the drone. You know, it's already 3 minutes, and Sniper's pretty far back there, and so is Kit and Mittens in the 3-story.
North side, they're pushing north door.
It's going to be hard for them to get to the objective. You know, they're so far away, and half the time is already gone.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. They're really banking on Slider here.
Yeah.
Potentially, they're going to just start suppressing, like you were saying. Just start shooting at those roof,
Yep.
just the ledges, try and pin them down.
Oh, Slider Con goes down.
Lou on the back side of the defense there. Yeah.
See, I think suppression would have worked on their Overwatch positions and helped Slider get in, but I mean, you couldn't really do much for Lou. He was far back behind that, and looks like they've got pretty good coverage. Mad Matt did quite a bit of work in the center and made them more hesitant to move up, and they've got not much time left to work,
Riding
especially with all the
along.
ground.
Yeah, riding along with Kitten Mittens. We're going to see how he tries to cross this. He is taking the best route. There's lots of coverage here, but he's still looking for these kills. He's looking for long distance shots, and I think you need to close the gap first, then deal with the defenders.
You do, but I think it's because Mad Matt had that such a far forward position. I think the threat of that is still there. He does not know about the rotation, you know, and so he's got to be careful. That's the utility of going like that. You go up so far forward, make them scared about it. Even if you're not there anymore, it starts working for you.
1:30 left on the clock. Objective, a good distance away.
Yeah. And I think Notorious made the right move. They all kind of rotated back towards objective because they know time is tight now.
And they still have 5 standing. That's a very solid defensive stance.
Yep. It is. That's going to be very hard to penetrate. I don't know. Minute left. Sniper's moving up, coming up to support Kitten. I just don't know if they have enough time left.
I'm watching southwest.
53 seconds. Shots ringing out from
trade.
smoke. Standing in the
We're still
doorway.
up. There's one north.
That's an unfortunate trade.
The call out was 1 north, which, if you look at the map, everything is north. Those are the kinds of call outs that make me laugh. It's like they're by the container on cargo.
They're over there.
30 seconds left. Kitten's going to rush this door. Smoke goes down.
Nice.
Now he's running around
But,
backside.
man, 25 seconds. I don't know, man. That's rough.
No option but to charge the objective, and Notorious take their second point on map number 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking like this is a little bit defense favored, which makes sense. A lot of the larger maps are, you know what I mean? It really, because, you know, Marsoc always has to come to bulk, and I think that's the big deal with these types of maps. It really puts a wrench in being aggressive and getting things done in a quick manner. You got to be really methodical. You got to be really slow sometimes.
Same objective. We'll see if there is a quick spawn on this one. I really want to see. I want to see how it plays out. I want to see how it plays out if the teams know, if both teams are aware.
Definitely. I think it was smart for Notorious to put Mad Matt so far forward. Just one is fine, you know what I mean? Even if you lose him, it's not that bad, but if he can get work done and threaten that center position, it makes such a big deal for the rest of the map.
Out of here. Hey, door out. There you go.
This door right here. I'll check quick spawn. I'm gonna check quick spawn.
All right, Blaze also aware of the quick spawn. Kitten Mitten's talking about it. Not going to be that spawn, so we're going to see the long-range shots from Captain Timo. Trying to hit Nalco. Nalco now tucked behind a rock. And I think another thing about this large of a map is giving away your spawn early isn't necessarily a big deal because there's still so much room to move. I mean, you've got Ghost of Lou and Mad Matt pushing around the coast side. Nalco making a run down towards center.
Oh wow. Yeah, he's doing that role, that center push. If he can make it work, it'll pay dividends, but it's so risky.
He's going to be exposed on his right to General Chiggins, but he's not looking. It looks like he's going to make a rotation. Or he's just going to keep going. Yeah, Nalco is pinned.
Sure don't see
Zero
him.
goes down to Mad Matt.
Oh, wow. Zero was way out on the coast on the south beach.
Interesting. Yeah, Nalco's position's a little compromised since they know where he is. That's going to have a little less utility now, and he's definitely vulnerable to a couple lines of sight as they move forward.
Slider here looking for General Chiggins, but he looks away. Now he's looking back. Who's going to see who first? They're both sneaking around the corner very slowly.
Ooh!
General Chiggins clears that out. Now Kitten Mittens is up on the roof.
I'm sorry, east. -1.
Notorious looking very strong first game out.
4 minutes and 20 seconds left, too. They got plenty of time, and they're making good movement, good pace. Chickens goes down to Kitten Mittens. So that shuts down that push on that side, which is good because they don't need multiple positions pushing on them. That's going to make things harder. They're going to be looking at multiple directions and getting distracted.
Smoke is just suppressing. I think he's trying to hit the wall where Sniper is, but mostly suppression and distraction. But there's a hit from Captain Timo in the 3-story.
Okay, he can get that pickup, though, so that's good.
But here comes Lou on the backside while those reses are happening.
Ooh.
The rotations have occurred. The flank
And
has happened.
Yeah, I don't think they're aware of this flank either at all. This is going to be rough. I think Ghost of Lou has a really good shot at putting a really... I mean, look at this. He can just take it from here. They don't see him. They don't hear him. He's getting closer.
There goes another. Sniper's down. This side's open.
Oh, man.
Lose a capper. Is he going to go for it?
I think he should. Kitten Mittens is quite distracted. He's moving out, though. Well, he's staying in that building, but...
I think at this point, you do the smart thing. You bring up your delayed attack from the other side, and you just wait out back, and if they come out, you shoot them. If they don't, you just sit there and wait.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Nalco's still in his off objective position.
Oh, Lou's making a move.
Here it is, Cap. This is Cap. Nalco's way out of position.
That's definitely a Cap. Wow. Really good play by Mad Matt and Ghost of Lou. Really impressive. I think their timing was so good on that one. They just went all the way around, but they didn't wait too long. They were aggressive at the right time.
That gives Notorious... Oops. Can't hit that button twice. 2 points. First cap of the season goes to Lou.
Well done. Very well done.
Just a little sad that he didn't do that for SMC. Just saying. Just a little bit. And we're moving into the tank garage. I just call it tank. I don't know. Are there other tanks on this map, or are these the only tanks? Let's see. I think those are the only tanks. There's a helicopter. Oh, there's a tank over in the south side in the road. Little bit more specificity in the call out then, I guess. Center building, center tank. That works.
Sure.
I do like the this building has these downstairs. They don't go anywhere. They just rotate around inside the building. But I've seen some defenders just like drop down and then pop up, and you know, if you're not ready for it, they'll just be somewhere else.
Watch for the Chinook, by the way, on the north side. That's what I was gonna look for.
Actually, I'm gonna.
And this one's also very hard because you're dead center and they can spawn on either end of the map.
I'll be
I'll
center.
watch the Chinook from the third story.
Captain Timo's gonna run for the third story. Very powerful building. I'm assuming we're gonna see a lot more
Don't get shot, please don't get shot.
plays taking that. Let's take a look at Blaze. Nalco and Sniper moving up. Got a pretty good line. I think they can make it most of the way to the wall.
I think so.
Captain Timo should be able to see this now. Sees the second body and gets the first one.
Oh. Wow.
Closes down that aggressive. That was a cap. They were going for a cap. I mean, they were just running for the objective.
I think it could have gone better if they had waited a little bit outside that building for the other three to start making noise on their side. Slider goes down.
The other two are.
And this is going quick. I mean, it's already a little under 5 minutes. It's just a
Did they come from the north or
5v2.
the south?
More information. Notorious Llewellyn trying to get more information from Notorious to adjust his angle. Zero goes down to Captain Timo on that long shot from building from the three-story building, and Kitten Mittens is pinned. He can't move forward. He can't go back. He doesn't have any good options. 5 defenders up all over the map. Long angles, short angles. Objective still half a map away.
This is a tall order for Kitten Mittens.
No optic on his gun, just a hollow. No enhanced optic.
Ooh, he gets Lou down, but just the down.
Now he comes around the corner and he sees Matt, but he can't do it.
Try Kitten. That was hard for anybody to be able to do. I mean, they knew where you were, so kind of limited options. Very, very good rounds out of Notorious.
And that's it. Just over an hour, so the folks at home wondering about battery life, Quest battery life, these can go much faster. Overall, less potential for total rounds, even if you play the whole series. And Notorious taking very strongly 10-1.
Yeah, especially with that cap, really makes it much harder. Got a cap on both maps. I think that cap on this map was my play of the game.
Yeah, that was definitely a smart play. I think as soon as he heard Nalco shoot his teammate, he was like, okay, I'm going for it.
Yep.
And yeah, I think it's very good coordination and communication from Notorious. Seeing some high-level plays there. And I'm seeing some names that I recognize from other teams. I wonder if this is a new team that has been made specifically for this tournament, or if this is their seasonal team that they're going to try and keep going with. But
Yeah.
I would keep going with it. They're doing very
I
well.
was gonna say, yeah, time will tell, but like, you guys seem to have a good dynamic going, so I don't know. You might want to join season 1 as is.
And I think that's it from the casting desk. Honestly, I want more Onward, but that's all we have for tonight. So we will see you all next time. Make sure to follow so you get those notifications that we go live. And thank you all for coming out for our inaugural cast. Thank you, Thunder, for joining me. I want to thank all the mods, everybody involved in the IVRL, because we couldn't do it without the awesome team and without the awesome community. So thank you,
100%.
and we will see you all next time.
Thanks, guys.